Hello, my amazing students, and welcome back to Daily English. Today's lesson is not just about English, it's about life. I want you to listen carefully, because what I'm going to share may explain something you've been struggling with for a long time. Why you feel so tired all the time. Tired, even after sleeping 8 hours. Tired, even when you don't do much all day. Tired, even when people look at you and think, everything seems fine. This video is not just English practice. It's a mirror, a wake-up call, and maybe even the first step to finally feeling alive again. We're going to explore 14 powerful truths that explain why you feel drained. And for each truth, I'll also give you a solution that can bring back your energy. By the end of this lesson, you won't just understand English better, you'll understand yourself better. And trust me, you'll realize that you are not lazy, weak, or broken. You're simply carrying things nobody taught you how to handle. But that ends today. So, take a deep breath. Stay with me until the end, because this might just change your life. Most people believe they're tired because they worked too much or didn't sleep enough. But the deeper truth is this. It's often your heart, not your body, that's exhausted. Think about it. How many times have you smiled while hiding pain? How many times have you said, "I'm fine," when inside you were falling apart? How many times have you swallowed your sadness just to avoid burdening others? Every unspoken feeling becomes heavy. Imagine it like carrying invisible stones in your chest. You wake up after 8 hours of sleep, but those stones are still there, silently draining your energy. It's like having a phone that looks fully charged on the outside, but inside, 20 hidden apps are running and draining the battery. That's why you wake up tired. The solution? Emotional release. Write your feelings, not just your activities. Instead of, "I studied," write, "I felt ignored," or "I felt proud." Talk to a safe person, even if it's just a journal or your own voice. Cry if you need to. Tears are not weakness. They are emotional cleansing. Because until you release the weight, no amount of sleep will restore your energy. You don't just need rest. You need freedom from emotions you've buried too long.
Here's a question most people avoid. Why do you wake up in the morning? Is it because you're excited about life? Or is it simply because you have no other choice? For many, the truth is painful. They wake up not for a dream, but for survival, for deadlines, for pressure, for bills. And that emptiness kills energy faster than anything else. Imagine a car with a full tank of fuel, but no destination. It just goes in circles day after day. The engine is fine, but eventually it wears out. That's what happens when you live without purpose. The solution? Find a reason, even a small one. Start your day with 20 minutes for yourself, not for work or others. Write, stretch, meditate, or learn something new. Ask yourself, if I had only 1 year to live, what would I regret not doing? That answer is the seed of your purpose. Your reason doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be real. because when you have purpose, even tired days feel meaningful. But without it, even easy days feel pointless. Let me guess, you check your phone within 5 minutes of waking up. You scroll while eating. You text while talking. You fall asleep with videos playing. And then you wonder, why am I so mentally drained? It's because your brain is never silent. It's like a browser with 100 tabs open. Constant notifications, endless videos, non-stop scrolling. Your mind is overstimulated but never refreshed. Think of a sponge dipped in different colors of water, red, blue, yellow, without ever being squeezed out. Eventually, it turns muddy. That's your brain on non-stop content. The solution? Disconnect to reconnect. Start your day without your phone for the first 30 minutes. Give yourself 2 mental showers a day. 10 minutes of pure silence, no screens, no music, no distractions. Practice single tasking. Eat without watching. Walk without headphones. Talk without multitasking. You don't need more content. You need more clarity. And clarity only comes when you allow your mind to rest.
Modern life makes us sit all day. We wake up and sit, work and sit, come home and sit again. But our bodies were not designed for this. A body that doesn't move becomes like a river that stopped flowing, heavy, muddy, lifeless. And then we wonder why we feel stuck, foggy, and tired. Lack of movement means less oxygen to the brain, arrow, foggy thoughts. Shallow breathing, arrow, low energy. Weak muscles, arrow, poor posture and fatigue. Slowed circulation, arrow, toxins stay longer in your system. The solution? Move daily, just a little. Walk outside for 5 minutes. Dance to your favorite song. Do simple stretches right after waking up. Movement isn't punishment, it's freedom. Don't move just to lose weight. Move to feel alive again. Because energy doesn't come from sitting and waiting, it comes from action. Let's be honest. Many people live on sugary snacks, fast food, late-night junk, and endless cups of coffee. Then they wonder why they feel heavy, foggy, and unmotivated. Food is not just fuel, it's energy, focus, mood, and life force. And when you feed your body trash, you poison your system slowly. Poor food choices cause blood sugar spikes, arrow, energy crashes, inflammation, arrow, brain fog and fatigue, gut imbalance, arrow, anxiety and depression.
poor digestion, arrow, heaviness, and low focus. The solution? Respect your energy by respecting your food. Start your day with water, not caffeine. Add one real food, fruit, vegetables, nuts, whole grains, to every meal. Remove one poison per week, soda, midnight snacks, or emotional junk eating. Eat with presence. Sit, breathe, and actually taste your food. Remember, you are not just what you eat. You are what your body can do with what you eat. And if you feed yourself chaos, don't be surprised when your energy feels chaotic.
So many people feel exhausted because they are living a life that doesn't belong to them. They are wearing masks, following paths others chose, and trying to be someone they are not. Maybe you studied what your parents wanted, not what you loved. Maybe you stayed in a job because society said it's secure, even though your soul screams for freedom. Maybe you spend more energy pleasing people than discovering who you really are. This disconnection creates constant inner conflict. It's like walking with shoes 2 sizes too small. Every step drains you. The solution? Realign with yourself. Ask, what makes me feel alive? Not what makes you money or approval, but alive. Do one small thing each week that reflects the real you. Paint, write, dance, learn, explore, anything. Stop comparing your path to others. Your truth is not their truth. Energy comes naturally when you stop living a lie, because authenticity is the ultimate fuel. You might sleep 7, 8, or even 9 hours, but still wake up tired. Why? Because sleep quality matters more than sleep quantity. If you scroll your phone before bed, eat heavy meals late at night, fall asleep in a noisy or stressful environment, or keep irregular sleep times, then your body never enters deep, restorative sleep. It's like charging your phone with a broken cable. You plug it in all night, but in the morning, the battery is still almost empty. The solution? Protect your sleep like treasure. Create a sleep ritual. Dim lights, no screens, gentle stretches, maybe calming tea. Sleep and wake at the same time, even on weekends. Keep your room dark, cool, and quiet. Remember, sleep is not wasted time. It's the foundation of your energy, mood, and health. If you fix your sleep, you'll fix half your tiredness without doing anything else.
How much of your life is lived for approval? How many choices are based on what will they say instead of what do I want? Here's the harsh truth. When you constantly live for others, you abandon yourself. You become an actor in their play instead of the main character of your own life. And nothing is more exhausting than pretending 24/7. It shows up as always saying yes even when you want to say no, ignoring your needs to meet others' demands, feeling guilty for resting, dreaming, or choosing differently. The solution? Reclaim your boundaries.
Practice saying no without explanation. No is a full sentence. Ask yourself daily, what do I need today? Then honor it, even in small ways. Remember, selfishness is doing only for yourself. Self-care is including yourself too. You cannot pour energy into others from an empty cup. Love yourself first, then share the overflow. Your mind is like a room, but for many people, that room is filled with old boxes, broken furniture, and unfinished projects stacked to the ceiling. No wonder you feel suffocated. You're living inside mental clutter. Worries about the past, fears of the future, to-do lists that never end, regrets, what-ifs, and overthinking. This constant mental noise drains energy even when your body is resting. You may sit still, but inside, your brain is running a marathon. The solution? Clean your inner room. Write down your thoughts each night. Dump them on paper so your mind can rest. Create a done list instead of only a to-do list. Celebrate progress, not just pressure. Practice mindfulness. Even 2 minutes of focusing only on your breath can reset your brain. A clear mind feels like fresh air. It doesn't mean your problems vanish, it means you finally have space to deal with them calmly. Energy exists only in the present moment, but most people rarely live here. They are trapped in regrets of yesterday or anxieties about tomorrow. Regret whispers, "If only I had." Anxiety screams, "What if I fail?" Meanwhile, the present moment, where life actually happens, passes by unnoticed. This constant time traveling of the mind is exhausting. It's like running on a treadmill that never stops. You sweat, you struggle, but you never move forward. The solution? Anchor yourself in the now. Use grounding techniques. Look around and name 5 things you see, 4 things you hear, 3 things you feel. Bring your senses back. When anxiety comes, ask yourself, is this happening right now, or is it only in my head? Practice gratitude for small present things. The taste of your tea, the sound of laughter, the feel of sunlight on your skin. Remember, yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not here. The only real life is today. And when you finally live in it, your energy begins to flow again.
Deep beneath the Earth's surface and hidden inside frozen valleys, caves have always carried an air of mystery. They are places of wonder, but also of unimaginable danger. For some, stepping into a cave means walking into a timeless tomb. For others, it's a fight against the elements, darkness, and their own fear. Tonight, we uncover real stories of explorers and ordinary people whose journeys underground became tales of survival, tragedy, and haunting discovery. It began in June 1997 in the rugged mountains of northern Pakistan. The Salakel tribe was locked in a bloody feud, and violence left entire villages unsafe. For 33-year-old Nasreen and his younger brother Kathir, remaining at home meant certain death. Desperate, they fled under the cover of night, leaving behind family, children, and everything they had ever known. The brothers rode tirelessly through the darkness, heading for the remote Khoistan region. Hours later, they reached the icy Supupat Valley, a place surrounded by towering glaciers. Exhausted and battered by the cutting mountain winds, they sought shelter. That's when Nasreen spotted something strange, an opening in the glacier wall. It appeared to be a cave, dark yet inviting. Kathir stayed with the horses while Nasreen investigated. Inside, the frozen chamber glowed an eerie shade of blue, light refracting through centuries of compressed ice. The floor looked thick and solid, but appearances can deceive. As Nasreen moved deeper, his weight pressed on what seemed to be stable ground until it wasn't. With a deafening crack, the ice gave way. In an instant, Nasreen plummeted into a hidden crevasse, dropping more than 100 feet before his body slammed into a ledge. The impact left him unconscious, alone in the belly of the glacier. Kathir, alarmed by the sound, rushed inside. All he found was a gaping hole stretching into blackness. He shouted his brother's name, but the only response was his own echo. He ran to gather help. For 3 days, villagers risked their lives with ropes and lanterns, searching desperately. But the glacier swallowed its secret. The crevasse was too deep, too narrow, and too treacherous. Nature itself began to erase the evidence. Snow drifted in, the ice shifted, and the wound sealed shut. Nasreen's body, frozen instantly by sub-zero temperatures, lay untouched. The glacier created perfect preservation conditions. No oxygen, no moisture, no bacteria. His skin, his clothes, even his face remained exactly as they were in that final moment. Time stopped for him. For 28 years, he remained locked in the glacier, while life above moved on. His wife waited for news that would never come. His children grew up fatherless. Kathir aged, carrying the weight of a brother lost, but never buried. Then came the summer of 2025. Climate change had begun eating away at Pakistan's glaciers, melting ice that had stood for centuries. On August 1st, Shepherd Omar Khan passed through the valley and noticed something bizarre, a shape emerging from the ice. At first, it looked like a man resting, but as he got closer, he realized it was no ordinary sight. A body, perfectly preserved, lay trapped in the melting glacier. The clothes were intact, the skin untouched, and in the pocket, an identity card. The name? Nasreen. Police confirmed the records. This was the man who had vanished in June 1997. DNA tests proved his identity, but for the family, no proof was needed. His brother, Kathir, now much older, came face to face with the man who had not aged a day, while everyone else had grown older, grayer, and broken by time. For Nasreen, the glacier had become a tomb and a time capsule. He was frozen in the moment he fell, while the world outside raced ahead for nearly 3 decades.
Imagine a compass, always pointing north. That's what your values are. They guide you. But many people live against them. If honesty is your value, but you often lie to fit in, you'll feel tired. If family is your value, but you ignore them for work, you'll feel tired. If freedom is your value, but you're trapped in routines you hate, you'll feel tired. Living against your values creates inner conflict, and inner conflict consumes more energy than hard work ever will. The solution? Realign with your compass. Identify your top 3 values: freedom, love, growth, honesty, creativity, whatever feels true. Each week, choose one action that reflects those values. Even small actions count. Say no to things that go against your compass, even if others don't understand. When your life matches your values, energy flows naturally because you're finally moving in the right direction. Here's the final brutal truth. Many people confuse distraction with rest. Watching Netflix, scrolling TikTok, or lying in bed scrolling your phone is not true rest. That's stimulation. And stimulation keeps your brain wired, not restored. True rest is deeper. It's silence, stillness, creativity, nature, laughter, love. It's giving your nervous system space to breathe. The solution? Practice real rest. Replace 1 hour of screen time with an activity that calms you. Reading, journaling, walking, meditating. Take rest moments during the day. Breathe, stretch, or just sit quietly. Remember, rest is not laziness. Rest is fuel. When you allow yourself deep rest, you don't just recharge, you come back to life. And now, here is the truth you must remember. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are simply tired because you've been carrying things alone for too long. But you don't have to keep living like this. Step by step, truth by truth, you can release the weight. And as you do, your energy will return, not just to survive, but to truly live. Thank you for staying with me through this lesson, my amazing students. Not only have you practiced English today, but you've also practiced understanding yourself more deeply. Now, it's your turn. Which of these 14 truths spoke to you the most? Write it in the comments and practice your English while sharing your journey. And remember, every day you choose honesty, presence, and self-care, you're not just improving your energy, you're improving your life. This is Daily English. Stay strong, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next lesson.